Hello and welcome to another quick look. This time I'm taking a look at the Spatials by Weird and Wry. Spatials is basically a kind of management simulation game, kind of in the same way as Space Race DF9, Far Fortress Memoria and similar games. And it focuses much more on building your space station and then getting it into a tourist trap. So you get people coming to your station and you can sell goods to them, earn some money, and then you send your away team into planets to find some new materials, do some quests, recruit some new people, get some planets conquered, and then you take the resources. But let's start a new game and I'll show you how the game works. So here's some lore information. You're sent into this asteroid here to build a new base, and this is where you start. And this is your tutorial guy, tier 303, which I'm gonna ignore for this purpose. So this is your hunk of rock where you build your base in here, and this is your only starting room, and you can build extensions to this with your tools. You have 5 guys to start with. There's 5 classes in the game, so you have a doctor, strategist, diplomat, engineer, and a scientist. And these are all your officers, which you will use to construct stuff in your base, craft items like food, materials to sell, and all kinds of things. And these are also the guys you send out into the combat. Well, let's take a look at these things here. So you can click on your guys, you can see their vitals and their other information here. And you can see more information about your guys over here. So you can see this is their level carrier going. So you see what is vital at certain levels. So sleep is vital at the level 1, hunger is vital at level 3, and it gets further and further to the max, level 30. You also see what bonus they get from the levels, and they have owns and graves for things. They also have some work things here, so you can turn off production and building totally if you don't want them to do that. So if you, for example, want someone to just focus on crafting stuff and not building stuff, you can do that. You can also kick them out as necessary, and there are some bonuses. And this is the meat of the game, well, half of the game basically. When you go off to the other new planets and explore things. And here is your basically your equipment. So you have sidearm, you have health bonus, health regen, special skill, energy bonus, and damage mutation, basically armor. And these can be upgraded, and they have stats, and you randomly find and earn them through the exploration you do. And 5 classes, I guess, like I said, they all have their special ability and special things they can equip as well. For example, the diplomat has immobilize at first level. Engineer has a grenade, there's a recharge, this gives more energy to your guys, there's a rifle skill for the strategist, and then there's a heal for the doctor, basically. And in here you see, this is the galaxy map, and you can navigate through here, and you see there's 30 levels, like your characters have 30 levels, so do these. So basically you can kind of judge where you can go with your people based on these. And these are basically galaxies, and you can click on each of these, and you get these star systems, which are leveled as well. And then you can click on the star system itself and go into the star system and see what kind of planets there are. And each planet has a quest, so basically mission, and this is one of the missions. So unlocking the next system, you get 1 research point. That's always when you explore a planet first time, you get a research point. And then you get some materials and credits. And there's 3 levels of difficulty also in each of these. So there's normal, higher difficulty, and then there's the 3rd difficulty. And doing these difficulties give you bigger rewards from doing it, of course. But it also helps with the resource system in the game. So everything you craft in your base requires resources. Like this one gives you aluminium, oil, and metals. So 3 of water and 4 oil and 3 of aluminium. When you exploit all of these, you need to first complete 1 mission on the planet to get access to these, and you need to pay some money to earn the rights to mine these basically from the planet. And doing these level ups basically gives you a multiplier. So each of these give by normal give the 1 resource per basically a turn, and if you level up the next higher difficulty, you get 2 from each, and then 3 if you do the highest difficulty mission in the planet is. So you can really focus on getting lots of resources from these. And it doesn't really at first show what do you do with the resources, but when you start building crafting stations and stuff like that, you quickly notice that you actually need a lot of these materials, and holy hell, people need food and everything is up in flames. And resources are very important in the game, any case. And one thing that helps with the resources is this kind of colony where you can put people for resource exploitation. So every 12 minutes you get some materials from this, but you can put some people here. For example, I could put the diplomat in there. Doesn't matter which guy is it, as long as he's at least same level as the system is. So he cuts the time to half. So now you would be getting double the resources from this system, all from each of the planets in this system as well. And if you put some more people, it goes down to 3 minutes and down to 2 minutes, and it is quite nice. Like that. Can we actually get these guys out of there? I'm not sure. This may be a bit of a mistake. Oh well. I'll just recruit you can also recruit new people in here. So I'll hire these guys, and we'll switch them in here, so we can keep the initial team. Assign that guy in there, that guy in there, and this guy. So now we are exploiting this, although we don't have any planets yet. But we'll get to that in a second. So here's the next system unlock, but you don't have to really go there. You can go wherever you want. You get also some extra items from these. There's some bugs and slime on this planet. But anyways, let's get back to the base. Also, actually, let me show this first. So these are contracts, and in this system you can send your crew through missions, and this takes like several minutes to get completed. There's bonus chance of success based on the classes on some of the missions, like these are scientist ones, and you get different rewards from here. You can get like a health regen, meds, that's a doctor special skill, and immobilize a special skill for the diplomat, and some experience for the guys. So doing these is also quite important. But yeah, let's get to the base building first. So first things first, you want somewhere to sleep. So you just take here's the tool, so you can click on objects to see information like these guys. Let's close that. You can remove floors, remove objects, and you can build corridors, security gates, and stuff like that. So we'll start by building a corridor here. It's just literally drag to build this corridor here. Getting used to this system takes a moment though, because it's not very obvious where you're putting these things. Them there like that. I'm gonna remove the last floor there, and takes a moment for them to construct these. It costs you some money for every tile, but building is actually fairly cheap. And I'm gonna queue up a barracks in here. Let's do 5x5 in there, a barracks, and I'm gonna queue up a storage area, so warehouse in there, and then we have the spaceport. I'm gonna do a small spaceport there. Spaceport is where the visitors come to your place, and we'll wait for these guys to quickly construct these for us. So this is literally how the construction works in this game. You just drag areas, and this is like I said, this is the buildable area. So you kind of have to plan where to put things. And there's actually quite many different buildings you can do in the game. At start you have very limited options, but it gets very interesting really quickly. And this is the tech tree of the game. So you have living and logistics at the first, you get factory, next you get basically kitchen area where you can produce food, you get manufacturing for chemical items, you can make soap, you can make all kinds of things, and then there's a workshop that makes like goods for sale as well. The chemical plant also does those. And this keeps going down and down, and there's quite a lot of things like library, factory, leisures, boutiques, and there's buildings for your guys, and there's buildings for your visitors as well. Like the barracks actually can be used for both your guys and for the visitors. so you can share them, but it's good idea to build separate ones for each. So let's get some beds. Let's put the 5 beds. We have 5 guys, so a bed for everyone, and we'll put a decorative locker there. Decorative items don't really do anything until your guys start to ask for a certain level of well, niceness in the room, basically. You can see that there is a decor influence here, which currently is 0, because we don't really have anything nice there, but we can make it better. So that's our first room barracks there, and we'll get some stuff in the warehouse next. So this down here, this thing is your inventory, basically. And when you do missions, build items, get equipment, it all goes down here. And the warehouse is basically where you expand the space. So each of these kind of, what are these, pallets, increase this by 4. So I'm gonna get 20 new tiles by doing this. So you can see it's expanding now down here as I do this. And the next really nice thing about the warehouse is the recycler. So you end up with excess gear and other stuff you don't need. You can throw it into the recycler and get some stuff back. We don't have anything to throw there at the moment, but you can just see here. When you throw 1 or 4 items in there, you get some credits, resources, or new skill items. So you can basically reroll items with this as well, but it's very random. But it's a very nice feature in the game. And let's put spaceport in there. This is the spaceport, and I built a dock there. So this is where the visitors will now arrive. And up here you can see that we have 0% happiness for humans in our base. And this is the shuttle timing when the next shuttle will be coming. So there comes the first visitors to our happy little colony. We don't have really anything to offer them, so that's why they are not really happy. You can see their happiness here, and they're vital. So they require food and consumerism, sleep, thirst, and hygiene. And they will actually sleep in your beds, and you can earn 1 credit each time. So it's money, but this is how it works. But anyways, this is basics of the base building. Let's get to action. So let's go to Ofmu, because that's basically the first one you want to do. I will do available seats. We assign the guys here. If you have multiple people, you can choose which one you want to send. It might be a good idea to level up, like, don't level up too quickly, because your needs will go too high, and maybe your epic hero team will just leave your system because you cannot offer them what they need. But anyways, let's get these level 1 guys. So it might be a good idea to level up 2 teams. And now, here we are in the planet. And there are some pirates shooting us. Let's get the phasers done. Crap. These are quite scary enemies, actually. Immediately. That bling bling sound you hear is actually looting. So we are looting some items from there. We need to talk to the chef here. We need to just deal with these guys first. So each of these guys have the special abilities, and they show up down here, and you see the cooldowns. And pressing the number that's pointed to this guy, for example, the first one is 1, so I'm pressing 1 key, and it shows me the rifle ability now, which I can use there. Same with the grenade for the second one, and we can use heal in there. It's an area heal, and we can boost the energy, so it gives some energy back to my guys. There's always a quest on the planet, so this one is talk to the chef, so we need to get in there. So you just click around and go killing some wildlife, some enemies, use your abilities. The combat gets actually quite interesting later on when enemies start to do quite a lot of damage. Also, if one of your guys die, it's not a big deal. He will be just resurrected after the mission. But of course, losing one of your 5 guys is always bad, especially if you lose a healer or something. You're pretty much boned. But there is a resurrection ability basically and stuff like that later on in the game. That was a very lackluster grenade. I think those are actually not hostile enemies at the moment. Let's kill that, get some loot, let's get in here, talk to the chef. And you get these discussions between these guys. So this is Augustus knows 1001 recipes for magma rats. As you approach the chef, the stench of oil and rat roast becomes overwhelming. Oh, hello explorers, what are you Conquering today. Not my restaurants, I hope. Haha. We want breakfast. Yes, breakfast. What a fortunate coincidence. I just have baked a delicacy, rat bagel with rat sprinkling and rats. Here, taste a bit. You slowly chew on the bagel. You projectile vomit everywhere. This will actually make everyone angry at me. They don't like projectile vomiting in their delicacy restaurant. So I just need to defend myself and kill 16 pirates now to succeed on these missions. Here is also your loot. Same way the inventory works in the base. Down there on the bottom you see my inventory. So this is all the items I've looted so far on this mission. And I'll be bringing them back to home with me. So there is basically a limited amount of stuff you can take with you. So you have to be careful choosing what you want to and what you don't want to take with you into the base. Although I haven't really run too much into the problem with that. Is the chef I think me as well? Hey Augustus, peace off. And now we are completed mission and we can leave the planet. So you just you can keep exploring and find some extra loot if you want to, but you can just leave the planet as well by clicking the leave planet there. It's actually really nice also that while you are doing this, you can always go back to your base, do your stuff in the base, or you can go check any of these informations midway. So you are not forced to use one of things. If you just suddenly remember, oh crap, I need to produce some food in my base, and you can go back there. But that will just leave the planet and go back. So now you can see in there that this planet is now conquered, and we can go and do a harder mission, which we cannot do at the moment. But we can also go here and start exploiting the resources. So I'm just gonna buy all of these things, and you see they show up in here. So every period we get all of these materials from this planet, and it's a 2-minute period thanks to the guys working at the office here. And once we get these other planets, we can get all the materials from there, and so on and so on. And if we get this mission done, we double the amount here. So here's the bonus, and it becomes 2 and 3 when you do the higher level missions. Let's get back to the base. So there are some visitors there, visiting our happy place. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna sort the inventory here. So we got some aluminium, some oils, and some water. And then we got some items for the people. So this is +4 energy regen for someone. Extra HP, flamethrower. I've actually not seen the flamethrower yet myself. Extra health, damage mitigation, and sedition. This makes enemies attack each other. So we can go here, and we can click on the special skill of the yellow guy, and we can change this ability, change the immobilize to something better. It actually does destroy your previous items, so you have to be careful what you want to add in there or remove there. Let's get the flamethrower for this guy as well. And these guys don't even have weapons. And also, if your like a health max bonus is bigger than the current one on your guys, it shows this arrow, so you know that, for example, this item was better than the one he's having. But these guys have actually more better stuff already. So we can click on this recycler and we can show how that works. So I'm just gonna throw all the items in here and recycle, and we get some slime, and we got a pistol. Not a very good pistol though, but it's a pistol. One of our guys, the scientist, doesn't actually have a gun, so we can now give her this pistol. So now she has a gun as well. I think our so everyone has a gun now. No, the doctor is still gunless. And there's a bunch of different guns, and they perform different ways. There's fast shooting ones, there's guns that well, basically there's a lot of different guns. It's easier to say it that way. There's lasers, phasers, ray guns, all kinds of blasters and stuff. Your usual sci-fi weaponry. And here you have your alert messages as well. So I recruited these guys, and we have unlocked a new system because we completed the mission there. So now level 2 system is open, and there's more planets for us to explore. All these resources to be gained. And same as the other star system, we can again hire new people in here. So you need a pretty large roster of people if you want to exploit a lot of these planets. But you kind of want to focus on one and then move to the second one and just get whatever you need. And higher level planets have higher level materials, so you need to kind of move on when you need more higher level tech. Let's see if we have this now. So we can actually unlock the factory. So you just basically click here, and this one actually didn't cost any science, only money, and these require 2, so I can get to those. But unlocking that actually unlocks now new buildings. So I can do a kitchen area here. Let's do a small kitchen there. And this is pretty much how the game goes. You do missions in the planets, you get gear for your people, you get materials. We can probably start making some food out of these. I think this one creates a desert from slime and water, because why not? And you can build a kitchen firstly, and then you build a diner, so you can sell the food to the visitors, and you can also, well, you need to feed your people. They don't have the hunger vital yet, because they are not high level enough, but they only need sleep, which we are providing. And once these guys hit the level 3, they start requiring food, and they will get angry and they will leave if you don't provide on these. Doing missions takes a lot of sleep and food and whatever their needs are. So the guys who are your top team doing off-world missions, boldly going where no one has gone before, they need also the most stuff. So let's make a kitchen there. I'll show you how the manufacturing works. This is basically how all the manufacturing works. So we got this here. It's a basic kitchen. When someone actually builds it. There we go. Basic kitchen done. And you have this task queue here. So you can change how many you want to produce, so infinite or 1 or whatever. You need actually a recipe to do it, which you unlock from here, which you can actually do at the moment. So you need a whole, so there's pizza rations, drinks and desserts you get from there, and each of them require different materials, and you can choose the material, choose the production here, and then how many you want to produce, and it gets added to your inventory once it's done. And you can also choose who is working here, so you can put for example, your diplomat work there, and he would do all the work in there and no one else. And also when you do the diner, you can also limit who can use it and different kinds of things with that, and it's a very nice system. It's very well done. I was really surprised how nice the game is, and I definitely need to play some more. I haven't really dived deep yet, but there's a lot of content to go through. A bit of it is kind of grindy because you have to redo the missions and get some materials and all that. But it's actually fairly fun, and especially because you get the random loot, so it kind of has the same action RPG Diablo style loot system. So always going to a mission, you might find something nice, and yeah. So this is basically my quick look into the game, and I highly recommend this game. If you like the idea of Space Race DF9, which was pretty garbage game in the end. Execution wasn't there, but the idea was good. This is basically where the idea is also executed very well. And if you like a kind of colony builder games like Dwarf Fortress, Nemoria, RimWorld, or any of those, I highly recommend checking this out and trying it yourself as well. It's also very, very well priced for the game like this. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.